So we got Jimmy Kimmel back, man. Jimmy Kimmel returned back to his TV show after being suspended for allegedly saying some stuff about Charlie Kirk, who was a conservative that got killed a week ago. And everything's going crazy with free speech and stuff like that. So he was basically suspended from his late night show for a few days, and now he's seen to return and kind of came back with a message, man. Let's listen to it.
Say is going to make much of a difference. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. I have no illusions about changing anyone's mind. But I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human, and that is you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I don't think there's anything funny about it. I posted a message on Instagram on the day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it, and I still do. Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make, but I understand that to some that felt either ill-timed or unclear, or maybe both. And for those who think I did point a finger, I get why you're upset. If the situation was reversed, there's a good chance I'd have felt the same way. I have many friends and family members on the other side who I love and remain close to, even though we don't agree on politics at all. I don't think the murderer who shot Charlie Kirk represents anyone. This was a sick person who believed violence was a solution, and it isn't. Ever. And also, selfishly, I am a person who gets a lot of threats. I get many ugly and scary threats against my life, my wife, my kids, my coworkers because of what I choose to say. And I know those threats don't come from the kind of people on the right who I know and love. So that's what I wanted to say on that subject. But I don't want to make this about me and I know this is what people say when they make things about them, but I really don't. This show is not important. What is important is that we get to live in a country that allows us to have a show like this.
In that monologue right there, man, Jimmy Kimmel really, to be honest with you, I used to watch his show. I used to watch a lot of shows, Stephen Colbert, you know what I mean? Man, it's other shows I used to watch kind of growing up, you know what I mean? And Larry King show, some other people's shows too, man, growing up. But nowadays, I really don't watch these shows like that, you know what I mean? They come on late. I may be at work or I may be watching a TV series or something like that. So I'm not really big on being a real huge fan of these late night shows, but I am a fan of some of the, certain people they have on the show. I might catch it after the show is over on Twitter or something like that. Somebody post something. But, you know, the clip that I seen that Jimmy Kimmel said, he wasn't really talking down on Charlie Kirk or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Man, he was just kind of making fun of Donald Trump, to be honest with you. If you really, really listen to the clip and understand what he was saying, really talking about Donald Trump and his reaction to Charlie Kirk death and what Donald Trump said during that interview, news conference or whatever. You know what I mean? So Jimmy Kimmel was back on TV, man. You know what I'm saying? And Donald Trump didn't seem surprised and didn't really seem happy about it. This is what he tweeted. So Donald Trump tweeted, "I can't believe ABC fake news gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back. The White House was told by ABC that his show was canceled. Something happened between then and now because his audience is gone and his talent was never there. Why would they want someone back who's so poorly, who's not funny, and who's put the network in jeopardy by playing 99% positive Democrat garbage? He is yet another arm of the DNC, and to the best of my knowledge, that would be a major illegal campaign contribution. I think we're going to test ABC out on this. Let's see how we do. Last time I went after them, they gave me $16 million. This one sounds even more lucrative. A true bunch of losers. Let Jimmy Kimmel rot in his bad ratings." Wow. The President of the United States. The President of the United States tweeted something about a late night host. And don't get me wrong, Jimmy Kimmel kind of be going at Donald Trump sometime too. You know what I mean? So I kind of get it. But I think Donald Trump has more stuff to really, really worry about than a late night host, because I know it's many, many, millions of people talk about Donald Trump all the time who dislike him. You know what I'm saying? So he's not going after those. And don't get me wrong, Jimmy Kimmel is a public figure. He's a celebrity and stuff like that. So I guess it's more easy to target him because he's well known and his voice is bigger than other people in the world. You know what I'm saying? Just somebody who's on Twitter just typing. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of understand what Donald Trump is kind of getting at, but it's like you're the president, your role is bigger than just going at Jimmy Kimmel and tweeting at other people and stuff like that. Because the last few years, even his first term in presidency, he tweeted at other people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Donald Trump can really be immature sometime. You know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of him, but it's like you can be immature sometime, man. You know what I'm saying? In this situation right here, you definitely are. You know, but you know, it's wild, man. You know what I'm saying? We got this cancel culture going on, freedom of speech and stuff like that. And in my eyes, man, it's like you can say whatever you want to say in the world, man. You can say whatever you want to say. But like I said, you got to remember there's consequences from what you say. Doesn't matter what job you work in, teacher, police, government, dishwasher, whatever job you got, man. You can say what you want to say, but you got to remember, man, you working in that business, or you got to remember the consequences of what you say, because you can be fired. Somebody might want to do something to you because of what you say. Yeah, you got the freedom of speech to say what you want, but you got to remember consequences, man. Consequences. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, man, Jimmy comes back on TV, man. Listen, that's all I got for now. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this whole situation, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.